Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be doing my honest review on the Katana. So, what it's basically going to be, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of it. I'm going to go into a game of Zarya Cosmodrome just so I can get a feel for the weapon and talk about it as we go along. And yeah, I'll see you once I've loaded in. Right, we are now in on the Zarya Cosmodrome. Now, as you can see, I've already played with this quite a bit. I've got an infestation on it. So, I have gotten a feel for the weapon, and honestly, I'm a little disappointed with it, truth be told. I mean, I was expecting this melee weapon to kind of be like my new main melee weapon from the knife, but to be honest, I still think the knife is superior. Now, that's not to say that this weapon is like really, really bad and wouldn't recommend using it. The good thing I will say about this weapon is it has a lot of damage. Like, I guess you're paying off damage for speed, I get that. But even with Melee Macchiato with the Espresso augment, which makes your attacks faster, not much changes. I mean, once you get this weapon legendary with tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, you can get, I think you could deal about 52k damage to the head, which is, if those who don't know, the health cap in a normal zombies game, not a cursed game, is 50k. So you could basically one-shot zombies on any round, which is cool in and of itself, but then again, it's just like, the range on it as well isn't all that either. Like, if I'm stood as Tetro, I can't actually use this weapon. I'm gonna have to pop a Killjoy. There we go. Got that shot I was hoping for. Melee Macchiato, but that's alright. I'll just quickly go down here and buy it. There we go. So even now, this, like, yeah, it is substantially quicker. But once you get onto the higher rounds, where there's obviously hordes and hordes of zombies, you start to struggle. Or at least I do. I don't know. Honestly, this whole thing with me not liking this weapon, it could be a skill diff. But, I don't know. You have to proper concentrate and backpedal with this. Like, you need the perfect augments, anything else and you're not going to get it anywhere. But let me get it pack-a-punched and let me see if it's any better. Right, so here we go. Got it pack-a-punch now. Just 1,850 damage? Oh no, it's 160. 650. I mean, me personally, I'm still gonna run the knife. I prefer the knife. I think it's more reliable than the katana. And again, I was hoping, because I play Takeo a lot, I was gonna hope that this was maybe gonna be a like a weapon I could use with him, given he has a katana. But yeah, I guess I was a bit too excited for this one, but I will say though, it's better than the katana we ended up getting with the in Black Ops 6 with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab. I would say it is better, but not much better. Yeah, what I'll try and do is I'll try and get this fully decked out, so legendary and tier 3, just so I can showcase it a bit more. But honestly. If you go for all the camos, I would just recommend going for all the camos on this one. And then I don't think after once because I've got infestation, but I want to get the mastery badge for it as well. I don't think I'm gonna touch this weapon ever again, truth be told. It's not really one for me, but it is what it is. Hopefully the next one, whatever that may be. But I will say, it does look awesome. The inspect animation's cool. What I would like to say as well, actually, is thank you for all the engagement I've received from my last video, where I show you the best way to get the shield dance calling card. I really appreciate all the comments and the likes. And yeah, I'm gonna try and make more videos like that in the future. But yeah, I'd just like to thank you, every single one of you guys, for all the support I've received. Okay, so we're gonna get tier 2 here. Doesn't look too bad. How much damage are we dealing? 3,300. But let me upgrade this. Okay, so I've got it to green. Oh, that's a pretty decent damage boost on the rarity. I mean, they could buff this in the future. I don't know if the range is a bug, because it says it has a moderate range, and I don't really see any difference from it being from the knife, because the knife has short range, and I don't struggle this much to melee with it. But obviously with the ski whiff animations and also hitboxes, it is actually quite hard to consistently use it from any other melee weapon, so I don't know, maybe one bug fix could solve the issue, but I don't know. I'm hoping it is a bug though, because again, I would actually love to use this weapon, because it's just, the aesthetic of it is just awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get rarity here. Let's have a look at the damage increase here now. 6,000. 6,600. It's very, very nice. Only on round 15, by the way, so I do think it is a tad bit overkill, but here we are. Okay, so we've got Xerxes here. Let's use this just so I don't end up dying straight off the bat. Honestly, not bad. Pack 2, rarity. Not all that bad, but I have used this on the later rounds once it's fully done out. It takes a bit of a long while, but I guess it would be efficient if you would hit crit spots, but it is quite hard to hit crit spots with using this weapon on berserkers alone. So, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's not as bad as, say, the ballistic knife when it comes to killing elites. Okay, so we're gonna get tier 3 here. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Now, ooh, 13,000. Now that is very strong. And see, for a weapon like this, or to do damage like this, you won't struggle with like most melee weapons, where you aren't going to struggle with armored zombies, because you're just doing so much damage that you'll be able to, well, negate the armor. On the early rounds anyway, on the later rounds obviously it still will be a 2-tap, but it's still better than nothing really. I mean, yeah, see? 5,000 damage to an armored zombie and I'm still killing him. Let me buy some jug. just so I don't end up dying. So just so I have a little bit more survivability. I'm gonna go buy some armor. Okay, I've got enough salvage to get purple, and just in time for a Xersa to spawn. Let's see what we're dealing. Ooh, oh my god, I just 2-tapped a Xersa. That is crazy. Yes, I know, only round 20, but just seeing that in and of itself is quite cool actually. Okay, now we've got on super sprinters. Because of the inconsistency of this weapon, I'm gonna deactivate the rampage inducer. I normally wouldn't. I normally keep it on because I can handle it, but I kind of have to with this weapon. I can't really rely on it to carry me, per se. Okay, so we've got another Xersa here. Let's use the printed card and let's see how much damage we're doing now. Again, as you saw there, 0 crits there. Round 22. Not bad, to be perfectly honest. It's consistent with the damage scale of things. So ultimately, if that's what you look for in a melee weapon, go for it, to be honest. I mean, I'm not even at legendary yet. And it's doing that kind of damage. I'd say that's quite consistent. There we go, support all the perks, and I know most of them aren't going to do much for me, but stamina up and believe it or not, depth perception, if you have the 6th sense augment, can prove really useful actually, apart from just being able to see enemies through walls and stuff. Okay, got another Xersa here. That's round 25 now. Still no changes to my damage. Not bad. 59k to the head. Obviously this is with Napalm Burst, so obviously use the ammo type according to what map you're playing and what bosses there are. So if you're playing Paradox Junction, for example, I'd recommend using Brain Rot. And so on and so forth, if you know the damage typings, that is. And there we go, 3,000 kills on the Katana. That actually took longer than I anticipated, but well, I have it now, and well, I can, as I've said previously in this video, I do not think I'm ever going to use this weapon again. Just because, yeah, just it's not my cup of tea. It might be maybe one of your guys' cup of tea, but for me, not really. I'm not one for it. Okay, so we are now going to have it completely maxed out. Legendary, Pack-a-Punch free, Napalm Burst with all the perks. Let's see what we can do here on the damage side of things. 2,600. No, 26,000, sorry. And to the head. Yeah, there you go, the 52k. So yeah, the damage on this thing is strong. I guess if you can get into a rhythm without the Rampage Inducer, because with the Super Sprinters you're not going to get anywhere. But with that, you'll be able to actually consistently use it, especially on the higher rounds, because of obviously its damage potential. Okay, so now we have a fully maxed out weapon. Here's a Xersa. I'm gonna wait for my insta-kill to wear off. Nice. Very nice. Round 28, so it's a decently helped Xersa. Died very quickly. So, yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the way that one turned out, actually. Well, I guess that's all I really have to show for this weapon. There's another one here, so let's do the same here. And there you go. You can, if you're consistent with your hits, and you know, I guess, where to hit, where to aim, berserkers are going to be mincemeat. Well, that's all I have to show for this weapon, so if this showcase has been helpful, whether or not you want to go for this weapon, consider dropping a like and a subscribe and comment to let me know what you thought. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.